Hey, what is going on, everyone in the XRP community? Hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic day today as usual as we get started into the new week here, Monday, May 6th, 2024. In the Ripple case, I am hearing the SEC's reply. The reply brief is due today because you know how SEC and Ripple are going back and forth with their whether or not Fox is an expert witness or a summary witness or whatever. I think it's the SEC trying to say that, like, oh yeah, well, Fox's stuff that we found out recently, oh yeah, like we should include that in like the previous judgment. It's just a bunch of bull crap. But we'll have an update video with you guys on the channel when the James K. Fill-in post does come out. I do have his notifications on Twitter, so I will go ahead and update you guys as soon as that comes out. Read it to you guys on a video and see what we can find out about the case. Hopefully it's freaking over soon, man. Well, speaking of the SEC, the big, bad breaking news of cryptocurrency today, this is, as of recording this video, this is like an hour old, just in, SEC to file lawsuit against Robinhood's crypto business, issuing a Wells notice to the company. Okay, Jake Dravinsky, a lawyer, but not yours, says the SEC just sent a Wells notice to Robinhood. The number they've sent about crypto in recent months is astonishing. It's hard to imagine that they would or could bring so many enforcement actions at once. It seems like they're abusing the Wells process as a scare tactic now. The SEC allocates a grossly disproportionate amount of its resources to crypto, given that its actual purpose is to regulate equity and debt markets. Every minute in taxpayer dollars spent on crypto is not one spent on the real mission that Congress created the SEC to pursue. If the SEC brings as many enforcement actions as it has sent Wells notices, it will be in flagrant violation of both the law and its congressional mandate. If not, it's clearly abusing the Wells process to get free discovery and terrorize upstanding U.S. companies. Which is it? So this is what I ended up saying today. This was just my initial reaction. It's just, dude, the way that they're going after everybody all at once, dude, it's just crazy, right? So, like, when the SEC first got into the, let's go ahead and threaten all these crypto companies' business. See, like, it started with Ripple. See, that's the thing. Is like, it started with Ripple. Once they started with Ripple and XRP, they just opened up this Pandora's box of, oh my God, there's so many companies to go after and sue and collect money from. Right? Like, I was just talking to my dad recently, and he tells me, he's like, hey, you know what, bud, do they really give a fuck if XRP's a security? Do they really give a fuck if Ethereum's a security? They do not care. They just want to get their big payday. And, like, my dad made another good point, right? It's like the SEC. They're asking for $2 billion from Ripple. Theoretically, if Ripple was going to pay the SEC $2 billion, the equivalent of like 7 Airbus Belugas, an insane amount of currencies, unfathomable, amount of money, right? And it's like, well, if you ask the SEC, okay, well, if Ripple was to theoretically pay that $2 billion, where's all that money going? Oh, sorry, we can't answer that. Okay, but really though, if you're asking for $2 billion, what's that going to go to? Oh, no, God, sorry, we can't answer that. Yeah, all the politicians' Swiss bank accounts. All right? So it's just astonishing how it's like, it started with Ripple and XRP, and the whole market, they pointed fingers, they laughed at us. Oh, ha, ha, banker shitcoin, scam coin, centralized coin. Ah, ha, 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 the SEC's going after you. And then it's like, the market started to slowly realize, I mean, it took a few years, granted, but it started to slowly realize that, oh my God, if Ripple loses this case and XRP is a security, this is bad for the entire cryptocurrency market. Like, you could see some early tweets from some of the consensus folks saying, like, oh, well, calling the XRP a lawsuit an attack on crypto is just, that's just nonsense. That's just the, the banker centralized shitcoin XRP. That has nothing to do with crypto. And it's like, fast forward a couple years later, the SEC is going after everybody. I mean, good God. Started with Ripple. They did the library coin company. I mean, Man, prayers to them. They just destroyed that thing and crushed it to the ground. Now they started going after Coinbase. Now they're going after Robinhood, the MetaMask wallet, Uniswap, the Ethereum Foundation, Consensus. It's like, dude, they're going after so many entities at once. I mean, how does this make any sense? How is there not at some sort of federal level, some sort of, criminal abuse of power going on here? Because essentially what it sounds like, I mean, on a federal level, if nothing is being done to intervene into this, and to obviously point out that this is a gross abuse of power, I mean, good God, the SEC is getting sanctioned in court already for, abuse of power. I mean, it just feels like they just want cryptocurrency banned in the United States. Now, I don't know if that goes down, deeper into the back end of the government and the shadow puppet masters behind the scenes that we don't know the names or faces of, that want crypto in the U.S. to be destroyed because they do understand it does threaten the status of the U.S. dollar in some way. I don't know exactly what could be going on there with the, puppet master behind the scenes type of thing, but it's like, dude, the SEC, they're going after everybody. How do you manage to do this? Like, I understand they're using our taxpayer dollars and, printed money and resources to go after that, but it's like, dude, they are going after fucking everybody. How? I just don't understand. How is this happening? It's like, first off, to start going after Ethereum, the MetaMask wallet, the Uniswap, which is all built on Ethereum, the Consensus, like, just going after all that alone, the absolute iceberg of information and conspiracy and wrongdoing and proof on the blockchain and the disguised whales of, like, potential wrongdoing going on, and these exchanges that were hacked of Ethereum, and then there's technically proof on the blockchain that those Ethereum got funneled back into Ethereum Foundation related wallets. I mean, just going after Ethereum is such a big, massive move. But it's just all of a sudden the next week, it's, oh my God, well, we're going after Robinhood too? I mean, guys, excuse my French and turn this down if you're, listening to this in public, but how the fuck is this happening? Every single week they're coming out with a new lawsuit. They're coming out with a new something. I mean, good God, guys. What the fuck is going on? Back in 2020, 3 days before Christmas, I already thought it was crazy enough they're coming after XRP and nobody else. I mean, that really did feel quite personal how it was just the XRP ledger being attacked and nothing else. But I mean, God, you give this thing a few years and it has just turbocharged into going after everybody. And like I said, going after the Ethereum folk, that is already massive in of itself, and the amount of resources, time, and money that it's going to take to fully go after them. And then it's just like the next week comes about and it's like, we're going to go after Robinhood too. It's like, guys, what the fuck is going on? There's got to be some sort of mass revolution against the SEC and at some congressional, federal, Supreme Court level. I mean, this has to be stopped. This is absolutely ridiculous, dude. They are going after fucking everybody in the crypto market, and now they're stepping out into just like regular stockbrokers that happen to offer crypto. And then the funny thing is like when you buy crypto on Robinhood, from the latest I've heard, and from me, buying some like $10 worth of Dogecoin on Robinhood for shits and giggles. I mean, Robinhood, when you buy crypto on there, it's like you're not even buying real crypto. You're buying like contracts. You're buying like the rights to that coin, and you can't even withdraw it. And it's like, good God, dude. How can the SEC manage all this? And it's like now they're at the tail end of the Ripple case, and now this starts having me thinking like, oh, well, okay, if they're, going after all these people all at once in like the span of a month, does that mean they've pretty much just kind of given up on the XRP case and they're just going to kind of try to subtract whatever money they can out of that? I mean, guys, this is just, jeez, man. It's just crazy how this is not stopping, and it's just getting worse. It's just getting worse, right? I mean, I would like to take a bright side of it and maybe think that, okay, they have completely forgot about the XRP case because they clearly just don't care about it anymore, because they're just going after, they're starting up all these new Wells notices and lawsuits where it's like, okay, well, yeah, we lost the XRP case. Let's just quit fighting it. Let's just get whatever disgorgement. Let's get whatever penalty we can out of it. And then the funniest part of it all is just like, dude, they don't even give a shit if any of this stuff is a security. They don't care. This is all money. This is all just a money thing. It's a money grab. It's a cash grab. It's an abuse of power. All these bureaucrats, they're threatening all these crypto companies because they know there's no actual real regulation. There is no foundation for cryptocurrency in a legal sense in the United States. And they're taking advantage of it, and they're threatening all these companies. And they're going to be asking for billions of dollars. And that's all they want. Okay? Do they care if XRP is a security? No. Do you think Gary Gensler really goes to bed at night and just can't fucking sleep because he just does not know if XRP is a security or not? He does not give a shit. Does he care if Ethereum's a security? You think Gary Gensler, when he's off in the fucking Cayman Islands enjoying his millions of dollars and all the fucking briberies he's gotten and shit, do you think he's sitting there and he just cannot get himself to calm down because it's bothering him so much as a person that Ethereum might be a security? They don't give a fuck. They're just threatening all these companies, and all they want is money, dude. Again, okay, asking Ripple for $2 billion. Asking Ripple for $2 billion. Where the fuck does that money go, guys? Where does that money go, right? All the politicians, all their Swiss bank accounts, all their private little ways of laundering and hiding money. I mean, dude, $2 billion. $2 billion, where does that go? And even if you were to ask them, oh, well, we can't really answer that, though. That's private information. Yeah, it's all the fucking Swiss bank accounts of the politicians. Good God, fellas. This is just getting absolutely ridiculous, this attack on cryptocurrency. But the one bright side I will say is, okay, maybe this is like truly the sign of, yeah, the Ripple case is like basically done, dude. They have like whatever. They have this last little argument they're doing over this Fox chick and her analysis. And then it's like now they're just carrying on and they're going after Coinbase and the Robinhood, MetaMask, Uniswap, Consensus. It's like, it kind of seems like with their, I wouldn't say body language, but with what we're hearing from the news every single week about new enforcement actions, it just feels like they've entirely just like, okay, whatever. Obviously, Ripple XRP is not going to be our big payday. Let's just go ahead and let's go to these new ones. So honestly, again, a whole attack on crypto, I don't like it, but the one thing I could take away from it as a diehard XRP maximalist is literally the only coin I have a significant amount of money in. And it's just like, dude, honestly, this Ripple case has to be like literally on the last mile with the finish line in sight, because there's no way they would be just carrying on and attacking the rest of the market suddenly. Like, if they didn't think that like Ripple was going to be their big win. Because remember, like the first, year and a half, 2 years in the Ripple SEC suit, did you see the SEC file any enforcement actions against any other companies? It was like, no, they really were not. It was all focused on strictly Ripple and XRP at that time because they really thought they had a big case and that was going to be their big payday. Once XRP, the judge declares it legally as not a security, all of a sudden the SEC starts pursuing these other enforcement actions. So do you notice the pattern, how when it was genuinely a toss-up in the air and the whole XRP community on YouTube and Twitter and forums were all talking about how, like, holy shit, dude, we may lose this thing, we may win this thing, like, we do not know whether or not XRP is going to be classified as a security. It was a genuine fear in the community. I mean, we kept positive, no doubt, but it was a genuine fear at that time, the first year and a half in the lawsuit, that, yeah, like, this coin we own may legitimately be classified in the United States as a security. Like, that is a genuine concern. When XRP, before it was, legally declared not a security, was the SEC all of a sudden going after all these crypto companies? No. As soon as XRP, July 13th, 2023, XRP Independence Day, once that came around and the SEC took that huge blow, from that point forward, they started going after everybody else. Which is, I'm not saying they have surrendered necessarily or they've raised the white flag, but clearly the Ripple versus SEC case is no longer their primary attention focus because they know they already fucking lost. Like, yeah, they're going to cling on to these little institutional sales and have their lawyers do their bidding and try to get whatever money they can out of it, but they know that Ripple XRP was not their big win. So that's just the comparison I want to make is like when the Ripple versus SEC suit was fresh to us and it was a new thing and no one knew Ripple security, not a security. We had no fucking idea what was going to happen. But as soon as XRP gets its legal clarity and is classified by a judge not a security, after that moment in time, now Coinbase is going after everything else once they understood Ripple XRP was not the big win they're looking for. So, again, to summarize this video of a lot of babbling and ranting, I don't want to make this too long, but basically, yeah, this is really bad what the SEC is doing. They're going after absolutely everybody, and this is just insane, ridiculous. How is this even possible? But the point I'm trying to make here is that because they are freeing up all this time and resources and allocating them to going after these other cases basically means they very, very well understand they do not have strong footing in the Ripple case anymore, which means, dude, this thing is probably very, very close to being done. And I imagine where XRP is right now on the macro charts, I'm just saying, if some news was to suddenly come out that the Ripple versus SEC case is officially done, Ripple paid a whatever fine, maybe Ripple pays no fine, but I'm just saying, when the news finally comes out that the case is completely over, I'm just saying what ends up happening here, you know, with XRP in this massive macro structure when, you know, that ignition finally kind of comes in right there. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for the video today. That is your update with the SEC in general, but do stay tuned later on today for the SEC reply brief in the Ripple case. Thank you guys for tuning in the video today. I would appreciate it. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe, leave a comment down below what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.